Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So some people have been asking and wondering, how do I own sky bubbles? Tips, tricks, and how to own a overall successful club. So now, depending on the club that you're doing, it also depends on how you are with others as well. I personally think that dressage clubs have the most drama, and you shouldn't always go for clubs that are more popular and getting popular. Like sky bubbles, we're not just dressage, and I think you could say that we're popular. It also reflects on how your members act. Also, like, depending on how your members act, if someone is spamming and starting drama in global, people might not want to join your club if that person's in your club, you know? So you want to have specific rules set for your club. And if your club members do anything like starting drama in global, I would recommend sending them mail on what to do. Now again, with your members, they are, I guess you could say, you should listen to them and have them think about like what they want to do. Make sure you give them feedback on how you're feeling and be honest with your club. And for your members, you should listen to them too. Listen to them with their recommendations and their thoughts and their overall feedback on how they think about the club. Because it's like you're going to work and your boss wants your feedback and you give them your feedback, so then the boss could make things more better, you know? So basically you're the boss and you should be thinking about your members as well. Moving on to the next thing about activeness. I recommend you try to be on at least 6 times a week. If not, you should mail your members to let them know, because that's what I do, and it helps because the members help spread on the news to other members. So you should really do that, because to me, I haven't told anyone that I was on for one day and many people left, which is pretty disappointing. I know it's not about how many members join your club, but they don't think you're active. Example, one member that hasn't been on for a week and they log on and they didn't know that you were active. So I recommend you do that. Next thing is going to be having fun. So now while Sky Bubbles was in the making still, we weren't as active, so I recommend you remove members that are active every week, or if you're gonna have a new member to join your club, remove an inactive member and give them a reason why if you're gonna remove them. And also, if you're gonna remove them, tell them why they're wrong, or else they're gonna be very confused. But again, with having fun, you should have many events hosted for your club so they don't get tired and bored of your club, because who would want to join a club that's inactive and bored, you know? So you should have many activities and optional events. Also, with hosting open events, that also brings the club popularity. Many people join open events like random parades and game nights. And yeah, many people join them and they will see your club. But I recommend, if you're going to do this, you should at least have approximately 3 members who are going to be doing the open event with you to show that you guys are a club. Another thing is to never give up. The best things take time, and you should honestly agree with that. When I had platinum pearls, I never gave up until the drama happened. Of course, that's when that was my first time owning a club. So you guys should really also never give up with your club as well. If there's any drama, you should also talk to them about it. Or I like to ask people on Global for help, and they actually help me with the best ideas. So you should ask Global sometimes. And yeah, when you have drama, talk about them nicely and try to figure things out in a calmer way so you don't get any members leaving or you cool down the tea, because drama is a pain in the hand. So yeah, there's that. Lastly, I wanted to talk about how people always leave your club. Now, just because people leave your club, you don't give up, because I got 5 members in one day, and knowing them, they stayed. And you shouldn't be too strict with your club. Being too strict with your club can also lead them to having stress and pressure on them and them leaving. It's pretty, I guess you could say, like, pretty rude, because they would be upset. If you're gonna have one specific coat color, you should at least have like an option to like use a different horse or use a different coat of that horse breed, you know? Now, moving on with gaining members and my tips and tricks about gaining members. So firstly, if you're gonna want to add more members, you want to make sure that they are right for your club. Like, make sure that they respect all members and follow the rules, and how active they are and how loyal they leave clubs. How loyal they are to clubs. So when you do that, make sure that they're right for your club. And what I also like doing is asking my club members and telling them about the member that's going to get an interview, or a person that's going to get an interview, and then tell them to my club members and ask if they think they're a good club member or not. So there's that. Another way you could tell if they're loyal is if they stay for a day. Well, like, if when they join they're a novice, and if they stay for a day, they get ranked up to an official member. So you could do that. And another way on how I gain members is I ask people in Fort Pinta or Moorland that are high level, at least like level 14 or higher, if they are looking for a club. Because I personally feel like as long as they have Star Rider or whatever, they're good. And if they're non-Star Rider, that's fine. You could add them, but like, you would want to make sure that they're gonna get membership in like a month or so to include them, so they won't keep feeling left out. So those are my tricks on how I get members. And while you're advertising in Global, if you do, make sure your advertisement is catchy as well. And for your club name, you want to make it a good club name. There's some examples. I'll put a poll right here with my videos of club names that I personally think that are good and decent. If you're going to have co-owners, good for you. But in my club, I personally don't have co-owners. To me, I've had bad experience with co-owners, but if you think that's gonna help, then good for you. I just have leaders, but they're not official co-owners. So yeah, if you're gonna have a co-owner, I recommend you get someone you trust extremely a lot, because it's a lot of work. It's like a second owner, so they might be on when you're not, helping with drama and people like that. So I recommend, if you're gonna get a co-owner, trust someone you trust a lot. I also recommend, if you want your club to get more popular, you start up a Instagram or YouTube account for your club and tell Global that you have it and things like that. And if people are looking for clubs, I recommend you get them, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you should definitely get a YouTube channel or something for your club, because you could save those memories and also share them to other people in the world. So I really hope these tips help you guys. And remember, while you're a club owner, never to give up, and don't put as much stress for you or on you, because if you do, that could lead to disbanding. And trust me, if you disband, you might regret it. And yeah, make sure to never give up. Love you guys so much. I hope this video helped. And Birdy, I hope, if you made it this far, I hope your club goes out amazing and your club gets successful. And I love you as a friend. Bye. Oh, you're still here? Well, then, here, I'm gonna inform you this. Once we reach 300 subscribers, the Dare video will be out. But about next week, the Q&A video will be out. So make sure to stay notified. Okay, officially. Bye.